Do you think that there's this sort of social obsession with being perfect that affects the young artist going out into the world, trying to find their niche, find their place in the world, and which you can't do unless you make a ton of mistakes and find out what doesn't work as well as what does work?
I think there's a lot of mixed messages coming out. People will say, especially in creative training, they'll say, get anything up, get your work out there, just get it done, get it out there. And then other people will say, you need to put only your best stuff out there. It has to be great. You have to be better than everyone else. And those two messages come to us equally as strong. And it's hard to find your way between those two messages.
Well, and when you're improvising, you're in front of 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people, 30 people.
Run with it.
You can't be perfect every single minute of that improv.
I think that's why improv is such a great training, because you get comfortable with the imperfection of it. You get comfortable with a show that's derailed, like a bad basketball game, but you know that every moment is new, so that the last 2 minutes of a show could be brilliant after a bunch of misses throughout. And so you become okay with failure.
Well, do you find that that's the thing that prevents people from even trying to begin with, improv? That fear of failure or that fear of not being...
It's terrifying.
What?
But sometimes that failure is great. Sometimes you need to kind of go outside the lines. And I mean, art emulates the world. The world's not perfect. I mean, I think that sometimes that's some of your best work. You know what I mean? And sometimes even in a production, sometimes it's the moments that are kind of awkward and weird that kind of make the elevated moments even more spectacular. I just find that that's, going back to what she said, everything you can do can't be brilliant.
Well, how do you impart this to your students though, when they're at the beginning of an improv class and they're hesitant to go all out because of that fear? How do you get them beyond that?
A lot of tactics. We celebrate failure specifically. You screwed up, yay! A lot of that. And in the writing classes, we also celebrate that first draft as the last part of your brainstorming process. Like, great, now you know what's not working. Yeah! Now you know the pieces to salvage and to make work.